What is up, guys? Welcome back to Bottled and Bond. If you're joining me for the first time, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you can get notified every time I post a new whiskey review here on Bottled and Bond. Today we are headed over back to Scotland, and we're gonna head over to the Isle of Islay, southernmost Persian Isle of Islay, and we're gonna check out the Lagavulin 16. Bam! So this is the Lagavulin 16-year-old. This is obviously peated, right? There's a little history that comes with this whiskey, with this company, the Lagavulin Distillery, actually owned by Diageo. So this distillery first was officially established in 1816, but there's proof, for should I say there's word out there, that in 1742 there was some illicit distillation going on amongst 10 distilleries. Also in the 19th century there was a little conflict between Lagavulin and Lefroy, something about them using same water or trying to copy Lefroy, and some legal battles occurred because of it. Lagavulin actually is Gaelic, but not, well, it's not Gaelic. Lagavulin is kind of like the English version of the Gaelic word. I want to say it's Lagavulin, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below, which means hollowed by the mill. The Lagavulin Distillery is in the southern coast of the Isle of Islay. This 16-year expression is coming in at 43% alcohol by volume, making it an 86 proof. This, I've seen it for different prices. People have claimed it to be in the 50s and 60s. I've seen it on sale for maybe 70, 75, and I've seen it as high as 90, 95 bucks, to be honest. We have had this. We actually popped it open and shared it together at the vet vault. This is a heavily peated smoked whiskey, and they sourced the malt from the Port Ellen maltings. Nonetheless, I'm ready to give it another shot, another try, see what I pick up, and possibly even see how it differs from another heavily peated smoke that we've reviewed here in the past on Bottled and Bond. Let's open this baby back up. Oh yeah, cork's a little dry, but it still holds some delicious fruit notes. Oh, there's a little bit of smoke towards the back end. Pretty cool. A little bit. Now, out of all the peated smoky whiskeys that I have, I will say that Arbeck still holds the #1 spot. Now, this is not counting the Highland Park made with Orcanian peat. And you know, that's actually something that I want to talk to you guys about on another episode that I'm planning on making. How to judge or compare, or how not to judge or compare different whiskeys, breaking it down from bourbons to American whiskeys to American single malts, and then Scottish single malts, but then you have the peated, and then you have different peats. So it breaks down a little bit more further on how you can classify, how you can judge a whiskey and compare it. So I'll talk about that in another episode, just stay tuned. But when it comes to the Islay peated smoky whiskeys, I would say that Arbeck still holds the #1 position. Let's see how this ranks. One of the things I like about the Lagavulin, especially this expression, is that none of that funky cheese, leathery note is on there on the nose. Instead, you get orange peel, you get a little bit of chocolatey, you still get a little bit of a briny. It's more towards the earthy end though. Earthy, you see, not even medicinal, to be honest, but you get some sweet, a little dirty, some sweet notes, but it's more like tropical fruits, orange peel, maybe a little bit of clove. It's different, and it's a little light. Now, when I say light, I'm not talking about light like the Connemara or anything like that, which I did go back to. I wasn't too fond of it, but it's different. It's lighter. It's not so heavy. So they do say that it's a heavily peat, and the duration of how they age it or distill it or how they smoke it lasts a little bit longer than other distilleries. Let's go in for a taste. I'm very intrigued to regain this palate. You see, man, this is pretty good. A little bit more in the smoky woody towards the finish, but you still get a little bit of coffee, a little bit of a chocolate, that earthy, slightly salty, briny taste is there. But like I said, the fruits, a little bit of that orange citrusy that goes along with it, and finishes with a woody smoke. Cheers. Mid-palate, I kind of pick up a little passion fruit. A little bit of an apple. There's something there. Like a brown sugar, some kind of a cake. This is good. So, man, it's good. It's actually great. If you're into peat, I always say this when I review peated whiskeys. If you're into peat, you're gonna love this one, the Lagavulin 16-year-old. I haven't had their 8. People who have had it said that it's good. Usually when you age a whiskey longer than a specific, let's say 10 years, the wood begins to pull some of that, the peat flavors, which is what people are expecting whenever they buy peated whiskeys. So when you pull and pull and pull, and then all you have is, I don't know, a single malt Scotch with barely any peat in it, then you're kind of, defeating the purpose. Let's compare this to the heavily peated Port Charlotte. A little bit. Now the Port Charlotte seems to be, being this one, seems to be a lighter in color. I don't know if you can kind of see what I'm talking about, but it does have a lighter color to it. You see, it's not so smoky, although it says heavily peated. I remember when I reviewed the Port Charlotte heavily peated, the dram that I had, it kind of robbed me. It wasn't as heavily peated as I was expecting. The Ardbeg B Riesling was way more peatier, and the Lefroy 10 seems to be a lot stronger as well. Cheers. I like it. It's good. More of a banana. The notes seem a little different. They're both slightly oily. I want to say that the Lagavulin has a heavier body, but the Lagavulin packs the passion fruit, the orange, the citrusy, the tropical fruits, as well as the smoky, the woody, little coffee chocolatey. This one, the fruitness comes more in a more mellow, picking up a little bit of a banana and maybe some cherries, a little bit more of a honey texture to it. And the smoky is just that, it's like a smoky wooded. It's not so much briny like the Lagavulin. If you guys have had Lagavulin 16 from the Lagavulin distillery from the southern coast of the Isle of Islay, let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you guys thought. Let me know if you guys have had any other expression. Tell me in the comments below. I want to know what whiskeys you guys have had that you guys recommend that we try here on Bottled and Bond. I'm Ozzy. This is the Lagavulin 16 from the Lagavulin distillery in the Isle of Islay. And this is Bottled and Bond. Cheers.